Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, McCullough. 3-1. 3-1.
There's no blood yet.
On my left, the red, Cummy Boy. Right, we need a referee.
Don't make me over.
Keep it clean.
Keep it clean. How you doing? Not the best man, dude?
He will. Come on.
The Fighting Irish exhibition is a wonderful, wonderful exhibit. We have stuff like, for example, John L. Sullivan was a megastar in the turn of the 1900s. He was the last bare knuckle heavyweight champion. He was second generation Irish, and he was a superstar. He was called the Boston Strongman. And he said his famous saying was, "I can beat any son of a bitch in the house," and he was hugely, hugely famous. He bridged the divide between bare knuckle boxing and gloved boxing. He was the first gloved champion, and he was beaten by Jim Corbett, gentleman Jim Corbett, who was also of Irish descent. Then there was Jack Dempsey, then there was Gene Tunney. Then there was James Braddock. So the first from 1880 through to 1930, we had Irish boxers, leading the way in the most prized possession in sport, which was heavyweight boxing.
Well, I think boxing is not a brutal sport where just two people are trying to bludgeon each other, and there's art of being able to hit and not be hit, and to protect yourself, and to be able to figure out a way to beat a tough opponent. And I think that's where the art and the skill comes in.
Freddie Gilroy is a really interesting item. We have Freddie Gilroy's bag mitts that he gave to a young aspiring heavyweight in the 1960s called Liam Neeson. And Liam Neeson was a huge fan of Freddie Gilroy's, and he is, of course, hugely famous Hollywood star now, and a brilliant guy. But many people might not know this, but he was the Ulster heavyweight youth champion back in the 60s and had plans to be a boxer. So he's given those mitts over, and we have tons of stuff. We have Wayne McCullough's gold medal from the Commonwealth Games and silver medal from the Olympic Games in Barcelona in 1992, and we have exhibits from all modern fighters. So, suffice to say, it's a wonderfully exciting exhibit, and we have great footage. I was just looking at some of the stuff I'd never seen before of my own career. I've got my own gloves and my gown from some of my title fights, and the video footage of Jimmy McLaren from way back in the 40s. We have video footage of him later on in life when he was an old man and sitting. What a character he was! Lived to the age of 94. So the stuff is just sublime. It's fantastic.
All of the pieces put together over which run from Donnelly's arm, which goes back to the early 19th century, to now the 21st century, tell a long tale. And I think different people will take different things away from it, which is what makes it, I think, kind of universal.